Sexywalls podcast, guys. Exotic wall finishes. Your guest, Giancarlo Sagasti. Guys, we're gonna talk about today clients, customers, happy ones, and bad clients. I had somebody write to me. Let's talk about clients. Problematic clients. Okay, so basically, guys, what we do is we do a service. Okay, we're in the customer service. Okay. Um, you're a salesperson who's going to come try to do a sale or to do an application for somebody's house, right? To do walls, ceilings, whatever it is. And you write an invoice and you say, I'm going to do this many square feet. This is the price, this is the sample that you're approving. Boom. And they approve the sample, they approve the picture, whatever it is that they're approving. And then you go from there. Now, I always ask for a 50% deposit, and then depending how big the project is, I need another 25%, or just basically final balance when due of completion. Due of completion is important, right? It's basically same day when I'm done. So my goal is to become friends with the client. 90% of the time we become friends with the clients, hang out, text each other, cafecito together, sometimes have lunch together, sometimes we even start going out together. We become pretty good friends because real recognizes real. And that's what I love. That is my objective and goal, is to meet people, happy clients, and network. That is my goal. I would love to network with their friends. When their friends come over, they see it, they want the walls, stuff like that. Same thing with designers, architects, contractors. I try to make really good friendships with contractors and explain to them. The main thing is keeping it real and explaining to the customer what's going on. Meaning customer, meaning contractor, designer, architect, homeowner, whichever, right? It's just being real with them. Like, don't have to lie to them. If you're gonna come late, you text them, hey, I'm gonna be late. You have to step out, you let them know, hey, I'm gonna step out, but I'll be back tomorrow, I'll be back in an hour, I'm leaving one of my guys, whatever it is. Communication is the key. Now, when you have a customer that complains about anything, meaning something of the wall, a little scratch, you fix it, if you can fix it, little things, or they don't like the movement, whatever it is. It could be many different things. One of the things I try to show a client is that if you take a picture of your skin, your face looks flawless, right? You take a picture of it, but then when you open it up, you see all this imperfection from your skin. Same thing with the walls. And the walls, and this is real talk. If customers, my clients are watching now, or designers, remember, this is all hand trowel. I'm not a machine, even though people think I'm a machine. I'm not a machine. I'm a man, human being. Everything is done application-wise with a trowel. A spatula, exotic line trowel, right? So that right there just shows that it's just man-made, okay? It's hand done. Main goal is try to keep the customers as happy as you can. Sometimes if you get a difficult customer, I explain to them what's going on, why that's happening, and if they're not happy, it's depending on what they're not happy about. It has to be like a particular subject. Meaning, if you do a repair and the repair is noticeable, before that even happens, if I don't like it, I end up, trying to figure out what's the best solution. If it's a repair that it's a mistake from the client, of course I give them two options. I give them, just to repair, it's going to be this price, but if you don't like it, to redo the wall will be this price, something like that. So they understand that. That's super important. Sometimes there's a repair that's basically your fault and you have to redo the wall, The worst part of it's a big wall. The big walls we don't want to redo because we're talking about a lot of material, time wasting, stuff like that. So it's important to try to do everything as perfect as you can. And then for repair, try to do the best repair that you can, But if you have a difficult client, my goal is to try to make the client as happy as I can, as I can, being real with them and explaining to them and fixing something, and they don't like it. I'm sorry, this is the best I could do, but being real with them. It doesn't really happen to me because they end up liking me, stuff like that. The only thing that could happen is that I tell them I'm gonna be at their house. Let's meet up. I know you want me to meet up for your wall to do your project. I can meet you up tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then, you know, something happens that I can't go. That's basically the only time I would disappoint my client in that case. But normally when I'm at the job, everything comes out good, you know. If the color comes out wrong, I mean, not if it comes out wrong, because I always check it. If the color, they don't like the color, but they approve the sample, the style, then, you know, they would have to pay to change it, you know. And I let them know that in a nice way. If I could help them out, I could help them out. Of course, it's not a problem. I'm open, you know. I'm open to whatever it is. I want to keep my customer happy. I'm not into doing free walls or doing stuff like that. It's always got to do with communication. So basically, if okay, so the guy who wrote to me, he goes, explain to me about hard customers. That would be a hard customer. Like if, you know, you have to fix something, you know, or they don't like something, you try the best to your ability to fix the problem, you know. Then he also wrote for low ballers. Low ballers meaning people that don't have money. Now, the goal for me is to have Venetian Plaster in everybody's house worldwide. That's my goal. So I have customers that call me that it's out of their budget, and I find out what their budget is. Sometimes we can move forward, sometimes we can't. No need to disrespect, no need for debate or fighting. Hey, this is my price. The best I could do for you is this. Are you open to that? If they're not, hey, thank you, sorry, you know, and that's it. You just walk away. Not everybody can afford it. I would like for everybody to afford it. You know, I'll do the best I can to be in your budget so we can move forward. But remember, this is a very high-end plaster. It's very expensive. I've been doing this for over 20 years now. So me personally, I'm more expensive because of my knowledge of what I know. But the product is expensive, the work is expensive. So it's just the labor is expensive. So it's just, in general, it's just an expensive process, you know. So sometimes there's customers that'll be like, no, I can't afford that, I could give you this. And then you're like, no, I can't do it for that. Like sometimes they spit in your face with what they tell you. But you just have to know how to talk to them. Like, no, and I laugh about it. Nah, I can't do that. You're crazy. Like, there's no way I could do this for you. And then if they're not open to it, I can say, look, we can start taking away some walls. You don't have to do all your walls. You know, some customers complain about just an accent wall. You know, and then depending on what style it is, if it's easy for me to do, I'll give them a better discount, stuff like that. But if they don't work with you, if they're not good for you, with all due respect, I'll be like, look, thank you so much, and you know, when you go for me, walk away. Sometimes you get rude clients from the beginning, you know, and if you just don't like the vibe, you can just be like, look, this is the price, you don't like it, blah blah blah. That rarely happens to me. It happened because I always bring good vibes, and then the customer changes, stuff like that. I don't really get bad vibes with customers. Trying to think, I don't really get any bad vibes with customers, you know. Sometimes customers use you. We do a project, and then after you're done, then they're mean, but because they're just like that, their personality. And I'm still nice to them and walk away, you know, and whatever it is. Like I said, my main goal is to become their friends. So my main goal is not to leave them upset, you know. If they're upset, is they're upset of their own doing, you know. So if they can afford me, let's move forward. If they can, I'm sorry, you know, it is what it is. Or sometimes they say, hey, this guy told me he would do it for this price, and you're doing it for this price. I'm more experienced from that guy. I know that for a fact already. I'm the main guy teaching everybody worldwide how to do it. So look, you could easily hire that person to do it. You could hire the coach, or you could hire Louis Vuitton. It's super easy, you know. Some people want Louis Vuitton, some people want Coach, or Michael Kors. You know what I mean? You hire the Michael Kors guy. That's fine. I won't be mad at you. That's fine. But if you want the Chanel guy, you know, that's me. I come in seriously. I knock it out, in and out, knock out your walls. That's my goal. My goal is to keep them happy. Same thing with designers and architects. Designers, the goal is making them happy with the color, and then making sure the customers are happy. Like I said, I don't really have that problem, you know, realistically. I used to hear more bad problems because selling the product, I hear people's problem. And the main thing is just trying to make them happy, you know. I fix solutions. I'm a solution guy. I fix things, you know. Like today, I was there and the guy was like, they're breaking the wall, and the house was basically done, but they're breaking the wall, and I'm here doing the plaster. I'm like, hey man, you're breaking the wall. This is the contractor. He's like, man, we got to get this job done, and I need to break that wall. So you work with it. It's fine. Communication. That's fine. We're gonna get it done. Let's do it. Have a vacuum while they're breaking stuff the best they can, and we'll continue doing zero delays. So we work with people. Sometimes there's no AC, and we work with that. The goal is to work with the customer or with the contractor, designer, to make sure everything is positive. So even if it's not positive, you try to make it positive the best you can. And you speak to them. Hey, this, that. If you don't like the way they talk to you, hey, please calm down. I'm not the enemy. I'm trying to do this for you. I'm trying to make sure you're happy, but just please talk to me with respect. But say like that with respect, not like, hey, like I'm gonna punch you in your face type of shit. There's no need to get physical at all. The main thing is just staying calm, and you have to understand they could be emotional because they don't like something or whatever, and you have to understand that. So you have to know how to work that. It's you become like a psychiatrist sometimes. At least me as an owner, I could become a psychiatrist. Not my employees. My employees tell them to do something, they just do that. So just knowing how to talk to the customer is very important. And if there's a situation, you explain them the situation, why this is happening or why this, and they 99% of the time they'll understand it. The person that doesn't understand it is just they're not right in the head. They're hard-headed. They're like, well, I don't understand. And you're like, what you mean? Like I just explained it to you, like a 2-year-old. Like you're not wanting to understand. But that rarely happens. That doesn't happen at all. I don't even have like any crazy stories to tell you about that. I have one crazy story to tell you about that, but the job was good. It was just a bad client. It was just a bad guy. So you just be as positive as you can. You win them with niceness. That's basically what it is. But my goal is to keep everybody happy. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes the client is just not happy. There's just not happy people, and you're like, hey, look, I'm done. This is what you owe me, and that's it. Call me if you need me to do more or whatever. But basically, that's it, man. Just knowing how to communicate with the customer, man. If they can't afford you, they can't afford you. You just keep moving forward. That's really where it goes to. It's just all respect. They respect you, you respect them. But it's all how you come. If you come already rude and sloppy and you look like shit, the client's already not gonna respect you. I have customers that we go to a house and the house is a mess because of a contractor already made the mess. So then in your mentality is like, I can make a mess too. Nah, just clean up your area, put paper on the floor, and do your thing so your side is clean. If the contractor's crazy or whatever it is, they're messy. You just try to do the best you can in your part. You know what it takes to do your wall, so that's what you do. You do the best you can at that, and basically that's it. The stories. I have stories for you, but it all has to do with mistakes from somebody taking away the sample and the color's not right. So who's responsible for that? It's like little stupid stuff, but the main thing is keeping the client happy. We're in a service industry. We're doing a service. If the customer is super rude, then if you want to move forward or not. Look, we don't work good together. I prefer not to continue with the project with you. Something like that. But that's my exotic tip, man. The main thing is communication. Let's do it. The main goal is let's do some sexy walls in your home. So let's all be positive about this, guys. Exotic wall finishes.